gonna go to this next topic. This next topic, we gotta talk about the Lakers, y'all. Can they make a deep like? I don't know why we picked deep playoff run. We should have kept it. Can they make the playoffs? All right.
Nah, for real. The play in.
Facts. Nah,
All right. So I'm pretty sure you're going to address all that in the question and stuff. All right. I know my man Blaze. He's rooting for the Lakers. Watch every single game. I'm curious to hear what he got to say. But we're gonna kick it off with Ron. All right. So Ron, Javon said you hard on everybody. Hey, talk about the Lakers. Can they make a deep playoff run? Or can they
His
make the
boy
playoffs?
LBJ.
And they make the Lakers deep run in the playoffs. Hell no. No, man. How we gonna talk about a deep run? Like I said, they can probably make it to the playoffs, but they not making no damn deep run. Come on. They still in the same predicament. Like I said, we said the ship was sinking. It's going down. The ship is sunk, and like they need to go ahead and start rebuilding for another one. But I don't think they're gonna do that yet. They're gonna at least wait over to the off season. But deep run in the playoffs, no. Not with Russ still playing like Russ. I mean, still leading the lead in turnovers. Bad shooting. I mean, real bad shooting. He's losing confidence in his shot and itself. The postseason. I mean, the post press conference after the game. His body language has always been bad. And I guess Saturday, when the boos got to everybody, where he wants to come out and like admit that he needs to play better. And that was like the first sign of him saying like, yo, I need to come out and play better. Other than like him taking the nonchalant way of saying, oh, nah, well, it's not just me. Everybody's playing bad. So don't just single me out. But like, really, you're the one that's really, really messing up. And I'm not going to get on just him. Anthony Davis, he's showing that he's more brittle than everybody expected. He's really not even that guy. He's not even top 10 playing wise these last 2 years, for real. For me, he hasn't showed up at all. We talking about big guys. He's no longer in that conversation. We have new guys coming in, taking that spot for big big man or whatnot. So and I have to get on LeBron. He orchestrated this team. He gave it the okay. You know what I'm saying? And Rob Pelinka, the whole team itself is just like in bad shape. I mean, the only icing is LeBron. I mean, the only thing you could take back good from this is LeBron, because he's still playing good, even though he hasn't played good Saturday. The boos have been like, that was deserving, But that's the only silver lining out of the Lakers. And it's sad to say a 37-year-old man in his 19th season is your silver lining for the Lakers when you got two extra Hall of Famers on this team. Three. I forgot Melo. 3. You got 3 extra Hall of Famers, and like you're not getting it done, and it's like really, really bad. So deep run, hell no. Make it to the playoffs, possibly, but I see this going up in flames right now. So I'm officially on the ledge. I'm not gonna hop off the ship. I'm gonna ride the ship down with LeBron, but I'm right there at the ledge, fellas. I'm sorry.
Jump. Go ahead and jump ship, bro.
Nah, I can't do it yet, but I'm at the ledge.
Can the Lakers make a deep playoff run? Can you say that for me one more time, Ron?
Can the Lakers make a deep playoff
Hell.
run? Hell.
This is why. LeBron is doing his thing, but the pieces around him, they not doing their thing. LeBron isn't the same LeBron as far as on both ends of the floor, because he lacks a lot on the defensive side. Like a lot of games, I don't watch every Laker game, but the games I've seen a lot of bad body language from Ron sometimes, especially on the defensive end, and that's it rubs off on your team. you know. So he's balling, but and he has one of his greatest offensive years ever, you know, as far as numbers. He's what, second, third in scoring right now. Like he just like putting the ball in the hoop. But AD, like you said, Ron, frail. He can't stay healthy. His numbers are okay, but he not consistently dominating. He probably have like 2 games that he's having like a dominant performance, really, you know, out of the whole year. And most times guys are dominating on him, or even like he don't strike fear in nobody's heart. They're going at this man, you know. So AD, he has to definitely clean up his act for sure when he gets back. And then you got Russ. You know, he does the same Russ. He brings the fire. But you know what happens when you play with fire? You get burnt. And that's what's been happening all year for the most part of the year. He act like he doesn't care. That's my main problem with him. It's like when I hear Bron talk, you know, I'm not comparing him to Bron in like the mental thing because he's not on nowhere near Bron as far as that. Bron literally talks about the game, or he'll talk about getting, you know. This guy says stuff like, "Man, I ain't worried about that. I got my family at home going to." You know what I'm saying? How can you not care about getting booed at your home court by your fans? How can you not care about that? Now, I wouldn't want him to take it home and like be mad at everybody, but he definitely has to take it and do better at least. You know, take it that much. Like care at least. Like show that you care, not only by just running around the floor. You know, everybody sees that you're giving a lot of energy. Like, you know, like everybody know that's what you do, bro. Like you gotta do something else now, for real. Like I've been hard on Westbrook for years now, you know, and a lot has been shown with the fact that he's playing with LeBron and he still can't get it together, and he still can't just be he can't just be efficient. Like, but you don't gotta score 100 points, you don't gotta get 100 rebounds. Just play the game and flow, you know. I don't know if he knows how to do that really. I think he knows how to just get the ball and dominate. Like I think that's all he knows how to do for real. And it's showing. And the other guys around him, they not producing. They no shows a lot. Malik Monk has a game that he's off. Melo hit threes and he off. Like, so it's just a lot of it's just no consistency all around the whole board, if you ask me. But it starts with the superstars, Bron with his body language, and you know, especially and his effort on the defensive end. And AD has to be more aggressive and dominant. And Westbrook, he has to try to learn how to be more efficient and just play within the flow of the game instead of, you know, I don't know what he does, but just I think that's what he should try to do.
All right. So look, no, they cannot make a deep playoff run. Let's start there. And they might not make out the play-in. But they got a lot of problems, y'all. And it's not just I know we put the microscope on Russ, you feel me? But it ain't just Russ. They got a whole bunch of problems. Let's start with LeBron, the leader. LeBron is a leader, right? And I'm gonna start with LeBron. I'm gonna end with LeBron. All right. LeBron averaging 29 points a game. I get all that. He reminds me of a better version of Bradley Beal when he was leading the league in scoring, but didn't make the All-Star game. That's who LeBron reminds me of. A guy who's all offense but no defense. All right. And when you are a leader of the team, you have to set the tone on the defensive end also. You might not be a great defender, but have the energy and set the tone and encourage your teammates to do it. Like Javon said, I saw footage of LeBron body language, man. He like throwing his arms in the air. He just sitting there with a shoulder shrug. People don't want to play with people see that, they rub off that. And then also LeBron's age, year 19, he can't carry the load like he used to. Y'all saw him last night when they went on that one run against the Mavericks. He on the bench. He was gassed out. So LeBron, he's doing his thing, But this is not the right team for the LeBron type team. LeBron is not a player that you could plug in anywhere like KD, and they would be great. He has to have a certain team around him. 3-and-D guys, basically. If you put LeBron around 3-and-D guys, they'll be good. But this team ain't 3-and-D. Malik Monk, he was playing good lately. I don't know what the heck Malik Monk doing. Malik Monk last night, of course, especially last night, missing wide open layups. Malik Monk issue is this: when LeBron give you the ball on the 3-point line, shoot it, because it's going to bring pressure on the defense. He's pump faking trying to go to the cup. I'm like, dude, shoot the ball. Right, you a great 3-point shooter. THT, I don't know what the heck. He was untradeable. He's definitely tradable now, and they trying to get him out of there probably next year. The dude last night hurt his ankle, came back looking sloppy. He's on nowhere. I don't know what the heck is going on with him. Right, you got people like Dwight Howard who's playing great, but he's just a terrible fit for the situation. You know, so I don't know what's going on. All right, so the thing is, this team has a whole bunch of problems. You look at AD, he's so fragile, right? He's always hurt. He's in and out the lineup. He's not putting no energy into the game. He is being efficient. He's very efficient. People don't really recognize. But AD is not really a big problem. AD doesn't get the ball. AD is not a focal point of the offense like people say he should be. People say he should be the number one focal point of offense, but they don't treat it like he's the number one focal point of offense. All right? So I'm not going to say that. All right? So, but the thing is, then Westbrook is just a terrible fit for the team, period. And I think somebody getting some background noise. I don't know who it is, right? But Westbrook, he's a terrible fit to the team. All right. The thing is with Westbrook, let me see what it is. I think it's you, Javon. What is that? That's not you, Javon. That's you, Blaze. That's Blaze. All right, that's Blaze. All right. So yeah, I don't know what it is. Just trying to figure it out. But yeah, so Westbrook, he's not a good fit for this team. And not only the fans and the media, the Lakers have gotten into this head of not shooting the ball. When Westbrook don't shoot the ball from the 3-point line, he's hurting the team. I think I see it. Whenever he get the ball at 3-point line, he don't even shoot. They treat him like Rondo with the Celtics. They are literally guarding Westbrook at the free throw line. At the free throw line, he's not even trying to take a 3-point shot. And I think almost every other starting point guard in the NBA is probably a better fit for the Lakers than Westbrook. Just the fact that he can't shoot. I look at the Kings. Davion Mitchell is a better fit to the Lakers than Westbrook. You know, because he will shoot the three and he will play defense. That's what LeBron needs, 3-and-D guys. So Westbrook is in a tough spot. He got a lot of money being paid to him next year, and he got to either leave or stay. And he's not going to leave because he needed money, because he's not going to get that contract again, but he should leave because he's in a terrible situation. And last but not least, let's talk about LeBron again. This team reminds me of the 2012 and the 2013 Lakers when they got Steve Nash and Dwight Howard. That's what this team reminds me of. They got all these superstars on paper, and they were the favorites to meet Miami Heat in the final. I remember this. They were the favorites. I remember I went on Facebook and I put Kobe about to get 2 more rings, about to get 7 rings. I was excited. And then Steve Nash got hurt. Dwight Howard was hurt. All right. Hey, I think you got a lot of background noise. It's like somebody typing. I don't know what it is. All right. But yeah, we just rotating tables in this whole live right now. All right. But look, so it reminds me of the 2012, 2013 Lakers. So here's the difference between those Lakers and this Lakers. When the season was like around this time of the season, they was in the same position as these year Lakers. Kobe and crew, right? They had a losing record. They were on the verge of missing the playoffs. They was in the 8th, 9th spot like the Lakers, right? Only difference is these Lakers got to play in. The back then Lakers, it was an AC or you had the playoffs. And you know what the Lakers did? This is the difference between Kobe and LeBron. This is why Lakers fans can accept LeBron right now. LeBron's talking about playing with his son, which I'm cool with. But the Lakers nation don't care about that. Why are you even talking about that in the media right now? He talking about playing with his son in the future. They want to know what you doing about this year. Y'all know what Kobe did that year? My dad Tony said we're gonna play Kobe every second of the game for real. He played almost every single minute, bro. And guess what he did? He basically willed the team to the playoffs. It did them so bad. They played the Golden State Warriors. I know I'm going with this. In that Golden State Warriors game, it was a close game. He was cooking, right? Hit some clutch shots. In that game, he got hurt twice. Both times he got up and kept playing because he's trying to win, bro. He's trying to win. I don't see that in LeBron. And then what happened? Kobe hurt his Achilles. The Mamba mentality was over after that. But you saw that he tried to win. I don't see that in LeBron. I see a lackadaisical type of guy. I see a guy when things are going great, he looks great. But when things are going bad, he got a shoulder shrug. He's over here to put his arms in the air. In a press conference and lean back. I just want to go to movies with my wife. Nobody care about that. Right? They want to know what you going to do about the Lakers. What you going to do about this season. So that's what the problem with the Lakers. The leader is not stepping up and being the guy he was in Miami, the guy he was in Cleveland. This is a different LeBron I'm seeing. I'm so disappointed. So once LeBron get his act together, not mentally, but vocally, and get the team more involved, then the team would turn around spiritually and they would get better. But that's my take on that. They're not making the playoffs if LeBron keep acting like this. Go ahead, Blaze.
Yeah, I like all y'all. That was a great take, though. That was a great take.
That was good.
But I got them going to the playoffs. I do.
Okay.
Because I do. Because I mean, nothing y'all said was incorrect for real. You know, like everything y'all said was spot on. But it's like the thing is, all right, so in the beginning of the season, it's like every game they was in, they was leading by like 10. They lead the league in games lost, but with the 10-point lead. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They have the most games lost with having a 10-point lead. So in the beginning, they was having 15, 20, 10-point leads the whole game. Then they get down to the fourth quarter. Well, what happened? It's no coaching. So then you have Malik Monk, you have an Austin Reeves, you have a Russell Westbrook, you have an Anthony Davis, or even LeBron. They're trying to do create their own shot. There's no plays called out of timeouts. There's no plays called in late game situations. I even see games where they don't even foul at the end. Everybody just running around and then everyone gets mad because the ball, it's like the game is over. It's like they don't even foul. They don't run plays, they ain't do nothing. In the beginning, you will look at AD numbers and say that he was having a solid season, but he wasn't. And he was getting the ball. He was the focal point because all the games when LeBron wasn't even there, Russ was force feeding him the ball. He still wasn't doing nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? He was his points per game never went higher. His rebounding percentage never increased since earlier on in the year. He was never doing that. So when he went out, it's like they missed him only because of his presence, but it's not like they missed him because he was dominating. It was just his presence on the floor because he's a big man. So then we mentioned you got Dwight Howard. When Dwight Howard played the game against the Clippers, he had 16 and 12. The first game he played in a long time. Every time Dwight Howard plays the games, he balls out. He doesn't play though. He would have a monster game, and then he would have 3 DNPs for the next games. For what? You know what I'm saying? You put LeBron at center. The only thing putting LeBron at center did was make his points per game go higher. But on the defensive end, they get killed every single game. So it's like they never made that position to get better defensively. They never made a position to show effort on the court. And as you say, LeBron's body language been bad since the beginning, but it's got even worse now. You know what I'm saying? It's been bad since the beginning of the year because he was cherry picking plays in the very beginning, not getting back on defense. You know what I'm saying? He was standing at the court waiting. He shoot like 7-8 threes a game this year, the most he's ever shot. Like he's hoisting up threes. So like I feel like, okay, maybe he is just going after the scoring title because like you say with the Bradley Beal thing, I watched them Lakers games last year and all Bradley Beal do is score. He don't make nobody around him better. He don't make plays for nobody else. He don't do anything else. All he was scoring. That's all LeBron doing is right now. Yes, he's getting assists and some rebounds, but it's not impacting the game. He's not getting it in crucial moments when it matters. At the end of the game, he's not going to the line trying to get fouled. You know what I'm saying? He's still not doing that. And okay, so then we go to Russ. I heard a comment that y'all said the other day where y'all said that Russ is playing the same he's always played just because he averages the most. Numbers is not going to tell the story because numbers would cloud the judgment of people who actually know the game. Because he may be averaging his career averaging field goal percentage and all that other type of stuff, and he may be averaging less turnovers. But you see the way he played, he's not playing nowhere near he was playing even 2 seasons ago in Houston. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's missing open layups. He doesn't have confidence. His shot, he never had automatic shot. But you cannot tell me those days in OKC, and especially his MVP season and the years after that, that his mid-range wasn't almost automatic. It was. You know what I'm saying? He had a mid-range. He never was a three-baller, but he had a mid-range. He was never airballing mid-range shots like he do now. He was never shooting mid-range shots off of the top of the backboard like he do now. He was never missing wide open layups or even contact layups like he do now. He was never missing dunks like he do now. Yeah, you could say the turnovers has gotten better, but everything else has gotten worse. And it's so that statement right there is like a false statement. So I will admit he's playing bad this year, but just because the numbers say he's on pace for his career average, if you look at him, he's not playing nowhere near that he played even last season in Washington. You know what I'm saying? Like he played way better last year. But you gotta look at the turn of events that happen as well. When say, okay, the year he won his MVP season in OKC, he was by himself, he did it, whatever. When they got Melo and PG the next year, they made the playoffs, but he didn't have that great of a season because he had to figure out how to play with Melo and PG. They got rid of Melo when it's just him and PG together. He was still balling that year. His mid range was still fire. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was still clicking for him. When he go to Houston, it's a whole different system. He had to learn how to play. He was staggered until what happened when Clint Capella got injured. Then they realized, oh, now Russ is really going to the lane now. Like he's getting what he wants at all times. So they traded Clint Capella, got another bunch of guys around him to make it a small ball. Even on Washington last year, it was bad in the beginning because, like I say, Bradley Beal don't do nothing but score. So he had to figure out how to play with them guys. But as soon as he got a guy like Daniel Gafford who could catch lobs and who could jump and run the floor with him, his whole game changed. So we could say the Lakers. But if you're going to get a guy like Russ, I admit he's not a guy that you would want to close the game, which we discussed earlier in our other episodes. You know what I'm saying? But if you get a guy like Russ, you got to play to his strengths, period. So you can't say we're going to get Russ and you know how he played and then force him to play. I don't even know what the system is. There's no system in that league. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how you going to – so, yeah, I mean, he's going to look bad because it's like you're not doing anything around him and he's steadily trying to adjust his game. So when LeBron was out and it was him and AD, he was playing well. Then LeBron come back. Now he got to adjust his game again. Then AD go back out. Now he got to adjust his game again. So I'm not making no excuses for him. But to say that he been playing this season like he been playing his whole career is false. You know what I'm saying? That's not true. So, but overall perspective, from me watching it, it's nothing but an energy thing. I don't know if they don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's like they don't like the coach. I don't know what it is, but it's like they just don't play hard. You know what I'm saying? That's like they just don't play hard. I just feel like if they turn it around, you know what I'm saying, and just play. Like, I'm not saying y'all gonna be the best defensive team or nothing like that, but even on the offensive end, they don't play that hard. They're not diving for loose balls. You know what I'm saying? And they're not making extra passes and all that other shit. It's numerous times when Russ, he had when LeBron has the ball, it's people moving around. Like, it's Malik Monk is cutting. Austin Reeves is cutting. Russell Westbrook is cutting. You know what I'm saying? Dwight Howard is steadily down there moving around trying to get the ball when he's in. When Russ has the ball, no one's moving around. Literally, you'll see him most times. He's pointing to tell people where to go, where to line up, to do this, to go over there, to cut. Like, so it's like, what system are they running? So if like you're going to get a guy and you say, oh, well, we need him here to do this, well, play to his strengths. You know what I'm saying? And then, but at the end of the day, we all know that history of LeBron James, he always needs a scapegoat. So regardless, when things don't go right, it's one person that you can hands down look at and be like, that's the reason. You know what I'm saying? So that's my opinion on it. But I think if they do get it together, meaning play harder, play for each other, I think they can make the playoffs. I think they could win the playoff series, but do I think they could make a deep playoff run? I don't believe that. But I feel like they're gonna make the playoffs, and I feel like they can win a series. But that's my opinion.
They will have to play like the Warriors, the Suns, or the Grit. But I
Yeah,
think
and I'm not convinced because the Warriors don't look good without Draymond Green. And Steph Curry is not the same Steph Curry he was in the first couple of months of the season, which I've been pointing out a minute ago. You know what I'm saying? And also, the Phoenix Suns aren't the same Phoenix Suns without Chris Paul. So I feel like the Western Conference is I don't think you could look at the Western Conference right now and say it's one solid team that's the team to beat. I don't see it.
So, but you're looking at the Warriors' flaws and you're looking at the Suns' flaws, but you're discrediting the Lakers' flaws. You think they're gonna get it together?
No, I know.
And they're gonna just
Yeah, I know. What I'm saying is,
yeah.
I'm not afraid of them. I see.
I
I
got
always
you.
said the
All
Lakers
right.
flaws. So I'm just saying if they correct those things, they can. But what I'm saying is, I don't look at Warriors or the Suns like I did in the beginning of the season because those guys aren't playing like they were. Like Steph isn't playing like he was early on. So it's like I feel like it's nobody that's solid to be like, oh, that's the team to beat. Like if the Lakers get it together, you feel me? Who knows?
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Oh, no, let me
That's
get
my
in
take
this.
on it, though.
Huh?
So hold on. Let me go. Let me.
I
This
got
is a lot
next.
of LeBron bashing over here, and it ain't even called for.
Goodbye.
Like I said, the only thing this man has done, you say, I'm gonna take your point first, Dino. When you say his assist ain't doing nothing. If his assists don't do nothing, they're in a worse predicament than what they are in. They're losing double by what they really are. Like, so you say his assists ain't really put out. I can say it. Yeah, that's
They're
because
getting
they're
blown
losing.
out already.
Exactly. But if he don't even give those 12 points up, they're not even going to. They're going to lose by 12 more. So you can't say like they're not doing nothing. They're going. I wouldn't least. I don't want to get 20 blown out by 24 if I can get 12. But we talking about, and then Joe, you said LeBron put this team together and he's a 3-and-D guy. He really is. And that's what the Lakers been messed up since the beginning of the whole thing. It's not even this season. So the rust was just adding fuel to the fire that was coming. That's all this is. So that's why I don't want to blame it as rust, because like the ship was messed up when AD didn't produce the second season after they won that championship. He hasn't produced since then. And so that's
yeah, they missed the playoffs last year.
Really been sinking.
Well, playing.
They made it playoffs. They got
That's what I'm
bounced.
saying. And he didn't
It
even
was
play.
in the play-in last year. It was in the play-in though.
No, they made the playoffs. They lost to the Suns.
They was in the play-in last year though. They beat the Warriors in the play-in.
Oh yeah. I got you. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and they was in the play-in last year. So what's so different between last season and this season?
They were the 7th seed last year. My bad, Ron.
I'm not gonna hop off that ship, but I'm saying it was poorly.
They wasn't in the play-in last year.
They gave away all their D, and when y'all say
That's
LeBron needs to set defense again, you're telling a 37-year-old man in his 19th season to lead the team in defense of defensive and offense. Not only that, he gotta spend all his energy on offense. No. Then he got to turn around and lead y'all in defense. And half y'all been in the league just as much as he's been in the league. But you want him to be defense. You say, and you bring up the Kobe Jane, but Kobe's not in 19th season in 2012. That's not his 19th season.
He was like in his 18th, right? If I'm not mistaken.
So Kobe,
it was close though.
He was 34 years old.
LeBron, but you telling
he
him
played 20 seasons.
Kobe was 34 that year, I think.
Who?
Kobe was like 34 that year.
And LeBron's 3 years older than that.
But look, I'm not saying make him. I didn't say be the best player on defense. I said show some intensity. Set the tone. That's what I'm saying.
I take one play.
Be an example.
They gave away their D, so they don't have a defense to come out on. And LeBron has a better defensive win share than Russ. So are we saying he's not setting the tone, but yet Russ is lower than him in defensive shares? So who's not playing defense and who is? So I give it to you.
Both of them not playing.
Last couple games, the Lakers themselves have shown up. Everybody has just thought they're going to roll out of bed and get a check. I understand that. But we're not going to sit here and tell LeBron he hasn't been playing defense this whole year when he's pretty much probably the best defensive player on their team.
No, he's not.
He hasn't.
He
hasn't.
Look at besides AD.
He has not.
No.
White boy played better than him. Carmelo is playing better defense than him this year.
No, he's
Melo
not.
ain't getting up. Well, he is playing.
He's damn near
That's
last.
another.
The white boy
him and Russ on the bottom.
Starting
Him and Russ on the bottom.
Which is Reeves.
Him and Russ on the bottom
of the league in defensive efficiency.
No, him and Russ.
Bottom of the league defensive
listen,
efficiency.
the Lakers.
Russ is worse than him.
No, yeah, they both like kind of equal. They both on the bottom.
Look at the numbers.
See,
Look at the
But
numbers.
but
Look at the
Bazemore,
numbers.
Austin Reeves, Malik, even Malik Monk, you know, all of them play better defense than Lamar. I mean, that's Lamar and LeBron. I'm not saying he's gonna be a great
They do.
defender. I'm not saying
And you
that,
could
but
see
have
it.
some body language
And you
of
could
like
look
we
and
go,
see
I
that
think
though.
see,
as in like
I agree
because
with you though, Ron, on one thing. The defense. They traded up all their defense
they
they
did.
got
did.
more offense.
Right.
And
That's what
they
they
can
did.
score more now, but they can't stop nobody.
Exactly.
So
Ron, let me tell you something.
guys that are athletic,
Go
they
ahead.
should be able to, but like you say, they ain't
Right.
giving no effort, and they never did it ever in their career. Melo never was a
Right.
defender. Malik Monk was never known as a great defender. You know what I mean? Like they don't really have no guys that's gonna go out there and do that. They had old
Exactly.
Avery Bradley, and don't even play him no more. I don't think. I don't know if I seen him.
They
I
gave
don't
He
remember last
injured. He injured.
time I seen him play.
they gave
Oh,
up
okay.
their
That's right,
I'm
J-Mo.
about
they
to say,
gave up their
He injured.
3 and D and got nothing. They thought they was
And
gonna
that's
get more
true,
three
J-Mo.
and
Steph definitely
add
got
Russ
effort.
in it for
Steph
their
definitely got
offense,
effort.
but he hasn't produced on offensively wise. So it's like their moves like I say in the office in the front office, it's not panning out. So that's why I say it's not even like all the players. It's the offenses. I mean the offense itself, because like they're making bad moves, and I know LeBron is like coming to him maybe and signing off, but still at the end of the day, Rob Pelinka, Genie Buss, they don't even draft good. Like the Lakers themselves, they're only big time. All they do is bring in big talent. They can never officially grow one. The last one was Kobe. Like they
Lonzo
don't grow their
Ball,
own
Brandon
stock.
Ingram.
they traded him though.
They're
He can't
superstars.
play AD.
What
Yeah,
superstar
I
is
But
got
they
you,
that?
Ron.
drafted those guys though. They drafted those guys.
Right, but we're
Those
talking
guys
about,
got
and
drafted
then
from
what
the
But
are
the
they
Knicks
at? They're
traded him though,
gone.
so I
They
can.
They
trade up for
traded
AD.
them because, like I said, they're not.
But he
They
said they
don't.
They
don't
don't
draft
build.
good. They do draft good.
They don't draft good. I'm not saying that Lonzo Ball or Ingram won't make it out or be superstars or won't be great.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you,
Lonzo and Ingram not John Morant, and like they're not like a John Morant. I guess you, Ron.
right?
Lonzo
They're
is number
already not
2,
even that.
and
They
he's
have
not a
to
John
work their
Morant.
way up to that. They shouldn't have to work their way up to that if you're already that guy. So that's what I'm saying. They don't draft. They grab people and bring them to Lakers. And I understand because Lakers is, I mean, LA is the greatest place. But I'm just saying, like, the front office isn't as good as what we think it is, because like they get away with a lot of headlights and fireworks.
Jerry West gone. That's why. But look,
Yeah,
Ron,
exactly. He can't.
Yeah, he left, bro. Well, the reason I brought up Kobe, bro, Kobe they had Steve Nash. He not good defensively. They had Pau Gasol. He not good. They had Jameson. He not good. Jody Meeks. He's not good. They had a team that did not fit, and they hired Mike D'Antoni, who was not a good. They asked Phil Jackson. I saw an interview with Phil Jackson. They asked Phil Jackson, how you think D'Antoni is going to do this with this? They said, how you feel about D'Antoni that year, right? You know they were going to sign Phil Jackson, and they went and got D'Antoni.
Right.
Phil Jackson said, he's a good coach with the right team. He said, what about the Lakers? They got too many bigs. This team is not good for D'Antoni. And it wasn't. And literally, they put the team on Kobe's back at the back end of his career, risking injury. He played that's why he had Achilles injury. So I'm not telling LeBron to do that, but we're talking about them winning. I'm talking about the mentality. Like his mentality is not, that's why Laker Nation is booing them, because Kobe, you saw the effort from Kobe night in, night out. LeBron, just look at yesterday's game. When they got momentum, he was all happy. He was all up playing defense, hitting getting loose balls. But when they were down in that first half, LeBron was nowhere to be found for real. He was on defense. He was nowhere to be found. He was like a daisy.
No, he was there to be found. He just wasn't doing nothing because he was getting cooked.
It's
not just yesterday though. It's all season.
Huh? You said what?
That's all season. It was all season.
Yeah. No, this is an example. But
you got a
37.
37-year-old man, and you talking about putting it all on his back. That's all D'Antoni do.
But that's the only option he had. He literally said he said something like we're basically short on time because the playoffs coming and we are working in a tight rope and we don't have no much breathing room. This is our only option to get to the playoffs. Because Kobe only go where he knew his window was short, and he like, I gotta get to the playoffs, bro. I'll do whatever you want me to do. LeBron got that same mentality. So let's go to the next topic. Let's go next. That's 8:54. Let's go next topic. All right. So look, I All right, y'all. That got a little intense. That Lakers topic, that got a little intense.
Lakers got deep.
It did, though. That was like a 30-minute topic. Golly. So
That
look,
conversation gonna be
Bond
bigger
don't
than
like
playoff
nobody talking
run.
about Bond. Bond don't like nobody talking about Bond.
Man, what?
my man, connection messed up. That's how heated he was. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.